They came from the east, riders born in the saddle, striking without warning. No city walls could stop them. No army could match their ferocity. They were the Huns, a force so terrifying that their very name sent shivers down the spines of the greatest empires of the ancient world. But who were these ruthless warriors? Were they mere conquerors, or did they seek something more? How did they carve a path of destruction so vast that even Rome itself trembled at their approach? And what happened to them after their leader, the infamous Attila, met his mysterious end? Tonight we delve into the chaos, the terror, and the untold stories behind one of history's most devastating invasions. This is the Hunnic invasions. The Hunnic invasions were a series of brutal and transformative incursions led by the Huns, a nomadic warrior people of uncertain origin, into Europe and parts of Asia during the 4th and 5th centuries AD. These invasions played a critical role in destabilizing the Roman Empire and reshaping the medieval world. The origins of the Huns are debated, but they are believed to have descended from nomadic tribes of Central Asia, possibly related to the Xiongnu, who had long troubled the Chinese Han dynasty. By the late 4th century, the Huns had moved westward into the Pontic-Caspian steppe, displacing and subjugating various Germanic and Iranian-speaking tribes. Around 370 AD, the Huns crossed the Volga River, crushing the Alans and then advancing into Gothic territories in Eastern Europe. Their attack on the Ostrogoths and Visigoths forced these tribes to flee into Roman territory, leading to increased pressure on the Western Roman Empire. The Visigoths, seeking refuge, eventually clashed with the Romans at the Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD, where Emperor Valens was killed, a major disaster for Rome. Throughout the late 4th and early 5th centuries, the Huns acted as mercenaries, raiders, and occasional allies of Rome. Under the leadership of Attila the Hun, the Huns became the most feared force in Europe. Attila ruled alongside his brother Bleda, but after Bleda's death, likely by Attila's hand, he became the sole ruler of the Hunnic Empire. Attila's campaigns against the Eastern Roman Empire in the 440s AD were particularly brutal. He launched devastating raids into the Balkans, sacking cities and forcing Emperor Theodosius II to pay enormous tributes. The Eastern Roman capital, Constantinople, was threatened, but its massive walls prevented a full-scale conquest. Invasion of Gaul, 451 AD. In 451, Attila led a massive army into Gaul, which is modern-day France, plundering cities and heading toward Orleans. He was confronted by a coalition of Romans led by General Flavius Aetius and Visigoths led by King Theodoric I at the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, also called the Battle of Chalons. This was one of the most significant battles of late antiquity. Although not a decisive defeat for Attila, it forced him to retreat. Invasion of Italy, 452 AD. Attila invaded Italy, ravaging cities like Aquileia, which was utterly destroyed. Rome itself was spared after Pope Leo I personally met Attila, though it's unclear whether diplomacy, plague, or famine convinced Attila to turn back. In 453 AD, Attila died under mysterious circumstances, possibly from excessive drinking or internal bleeding. His sons squabbled over leadership, leading to internal strife. The Battle of Nidau in 454 AD saw the Huns defeated by a coalition of Germanic tribes, effectively ending their dominance. By the late 5th century, the remnants of the Hunnic Empire had dissolved, and the Huns disappeared from history as a distinct power. The Huns accelerated the fall of the Western Roman Empire by pushing Germanic tribes into Roman territories. They reshaped European geopolitics, contributing to the fragmentation of the empire and the rise of medieval kingdoms. Their brutal warfare tactics, horse archery, swift raids, and psychological intimidation became legendary. The image of Attila as the scourge of God persisted in European folklore for centuries.